head like that, but you do have to hold them, otherwise you're going to get yeah. So you want to hold them by the back of the head and then protect the wings so that they're not flopping around, because you don't want any broken blood feathers or broken feathers at all. Okay. Are you going to hold them? Breath?
Want me to hold them?
Somebody else want to try?
You're doing a stand-up.
Where's the head?
My hand, right here. Ready?
Really.
It's not a happy
Just
guy.
like wrestling a cat under a belt.
Oh.
It's the same thing again, they're all the same, they have the same feathers, the same secondaries, and you're just gonna do the exact same thing over again. And, now you can see here he's got because he's got all the feathers, like I can show you better with Spike and Esther, or Spike and Dixie, because they are in a full molt yet. There's 2 times a year you typically, so you want to be careful of this one here, because that's a blood feather, that little one there. It's a new one, so you don't want to take that one off. But you're okay. Yeah. And so you got to be careful with stuff like this, because I don't want to...
Denver. Let go. Come on, Rocky.
See, normally I have them, when I'm doing it by myself, I have them totally covered, so that only the exposed parts for what I'm actually clipping at that time is exposed. But
We got a wrestler.
I'm not sure, like I said, the Amazons are so wiggly, little monkeys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There you go, buddy. All done. He's not going to like this because I think he's been slighted for a long time. Okay.
It's safer for him.
It is going to be safer for him because it's very controversial. Some people like the bird slighted, some people don't. I don't get into the argument of it. I personally prefer them clipped, only because I'm also the director for 911 Carrot Alert, which is a database of lost, stolen, and found birds, and the number of birds that go missing every year is absolutely ridiculous. Last summer, 8 African greys alone in Toronto went missing. So I'm an advocate for clipping, but some people think that birds are meant to fly, so they should be flying around your house. And then went in your toilet and on your, boiling pots of water and ceiling fans. I mean, you have to be so careful. Let him sit up for a minute, yeah. I'm going to sit up for a minute and shake that off, because he's not used to being visible.
Do you not trim your blood feathers at all?
He's mad.
Pardon?
Your blood feathers, do you trim them at all or do you leave them?
I leave them.
Yeah.
I wouldn't bother touching them at all. I just, if a blood feather's coming in, there's usually 2 times a year you're going to groom birds, and that's usually around March and in the fall again, okay? That's when all their feathers normally grow in. I find people call me early and they've got feathers that I can see new growth coming in. I go, you're going to have to clip this off yourself in a couple of weeks, and then I'll show them, because once they can see the line that I've done, it's easy for them to just follow that line. So it's not a big deal. But yeah, you do have to be really careful with the blood feathers. Like I said, I can show you better with Spike and